Hello. So I don't know if anybody's here yet. I don't know how my sound is.
Oh,
Okay, I'm on now. Okay, go put them in the bathroom for me. Thank you, love. Oh, snap. Those are ice cold. Okay, thank you, love.
yes, I have.
I guess. Make it quick.
Figure this out.
Okay, take my jacket off.
Oh,
Mm.
hi.
Okay. Okay.
Wait,
Yeah, I thought you had a project you were going to work on tonight.
no. Take these upstairs.
Yes, put those in the bathroom for me.
Yep.
Love you.
I can't wait to get the fabric this weekend.
Oh, she's full of it.
Look at me, cutie.
Dawn. Okay, bye. Toodaloo, Magoo.
Don't save her popcorn.
Mm.
My popcorn.
Oh, that child. I cannot with this child. I cannot. Something else. She is something else. I cannot. Cannot. I wish. Oh, she was. I tell her that she'll get on one and talking about popcorn or something, and I'll just say save Jen's popcorn, and she gets mad. She's something else. She certainly is a special one. Oh yeah, it's still early. It's barely 3:30 or 7:30 here. Yeah, she's that one. I'm gonna have my hands full with that one. For sure. I can't with that one. Oh, I cannot with that one. Right? Now she's got me wanting popcorn, but I can't because I had rice with supper tonight. Yeah, much later there. No, it's a bit earlier here, so she's going to be cleaning and rearranging her room because she needs to make noise to keep Daddy awake because Daddy's on nights this week. So she needs to make noise to keep Daddy awake. So she's going to be cleaning and rearranging her bedroom. Yeah, go figure. The way this child's mind works. I mean, I'm not complaining, but hey, if it works, it works. It has been a day. So, still have to write this essay. Ooh, excuse me. That snuck up on me. But I think I pretty well have it set how I want to write it. I've been mentally planning it all day. And I think the easiest way is this: if I have an opening paragraph, a paragraph for each brand, that's 3 paragraphs, and then, ultimately my final thoughts and comparison. Yeah. That's usually how it goes when they're that age. Mine are a bit older. They're 10 and 14 now. So, but then we also homeschool. So they're with me pretty much all the time. Ooh, excuse me. Goodness gracious. Coffee. And then they have their afternoon groups at the library. But I did not take them to groups today. Daddy did. And picked them up because it's snowing massively. And Dad's home, so I don't drive in the snow. And she's always wound up when she gets home from group for several hours. So, yeah. So we had supper, and now she's trying to find ways to keep herself busy and keep Daddy awake, because he doesn't work tonight, but he goes back tomorrow night. So she's going to try to keep him up as late as she can tonight. And then that way he can sleep in the morning. And well, try to sleep in the morning and get ready to go back on. Because his schedule is oh, yeah, that's something definitely got to get under control. Yeah, definitely email me. Definitely email me. And then tomorrow's Thursday, and maybe we can find some time this weekend to actually talk. When the weather's like this, I hurt quite a bit. So oh, you can still see a little bit of the bruise from when I got headbutted. I didn't realize you could still see a little bit of it. I don't. It takes several days for me to recoup when we have a big storm like this and I hurt this bad. So I don't see myself doing a whole lot this weekend. So I'm definitely probably have some time to sit down and talk with you this weekend. And we can go over a few tricks that might help you. So definitely shoot me an email. On that note, I think I'm going to go ahead and start actually writing a bit for maybe a half hour or so, and then spend a little bit of time just chatting afterwards. So I'm going to go ahead and set up some music here, and about a half hour or so. I've really been liking this track. Yeah, definitely email me. Like I said, I probably won't be doing a whole lot this weekend. So my husband will be sleeping during the day. I do have to work for a few hours on Saturday, but other than that, we're golden. So shoot me that email. We'll definitely talk. That's always a good thing, getting the Jasper's approval. I mean, having the dog's approval is the best. Makes life a lot easier. Okay.
Is that the one that came in last week?
No, that's the one that came in today. That little puppy that came in today for nail clippings.
Oh, yeah.
That they're gonna, he's gonna get his son, and they're gonna come by and talk to me about service dog stuff.
Oh.
Youngin saying hi.
Hi. Okay, I'm gonna go.
I will never buy this dog food.
Oh. That's fine.
That ingredient right there.
Oh. Down that one.
I will never buy that dog food. Hi, Red. I will be going over before I go to bed tonight to check on him. The ear has gone down. She's talking about Rex. The ear has gone down a tiny bit, but it's going to take a few days before we'll be able to see any significant improvement. We did get some drainage, but it's going to take a couple days.
Okay, I'm gonna go back.
Okay, love you.
Love
Bye. It's going to take a few days before we can see any significant improvement with what this course of treatment. So I'll check him again. Oh, Rex is one of my bonus dogs next door. These are my bonus husbands next door, and they work the exact opposite of my husband. So when my husband is working, they're off. When they're working, my husband is off. And whenever they need a little extra help with their dogs, I'm bonus mom for the dogs, so I always help them out. And Rex is one of their dogs. He ended up with all this wacky weather change and everything that we've had. He ended up with a significant ear infection that came on quick, and then ended up, from all the head shaking, ended up giving himself a massive hematoma in one of his ears that came up in a matter of days. And they ended up having to have it surgically lanced and drained, and then have the ear flap. So this is the ear flap. So then what they'll do is they'll actually suture through the layers of the ear from one side all the way through to the other, and then kind of lace the sutures all the way through the ear flap to hold the layers of the cartilage back together to minimize the chances of the hematoma reforming. And then they'll leave it open on one side to allow it to drain. Unfortunately, Rex also has super high anxiety, and just the slightest irritation, he just shakes his head as well. So he wouldn't stop, and ended up giving himself a serious infection in the ear flap. So he had to go back to the vet, and now they're basically doing almost a keep him down, almost almost knock his face in the dirt, basically, to keep him down and minimize how much he's moving around and shaking his head and keeping that ear moving. So they're knocking his face in the dirt to keep him down, to allow that ear to heal. So yeah, bless his little heart. It just poor thing. Yeah, they're doing at-home sedation. He's on like 4 gabapentins, 2 trazodone, his antibiotics. I mean, yeah. Yeah, it's they're knocking his face in the dirt, but it really is because his anxiety is so bad. Um, it really is the only way to keep him down long enough so he's not constantly trying to get the cone off, get the I've got one of the, not only do they have a cone on him, but they also have one of the blow up collars, donut collars on him. I mean, because he will just not leave it alone. So yeah, it's been interesting. And they're on nights right now. So when they're at night, when they're at work at night, I've been going over before I go to bed to check on him, put a heat pack to try to, just keep circulation going in that ear. Yeah. My little baby. But yeah, he's my baby. So you know exactly what we're doing. It's a long road, and then when you have a dog that is also high anxiety, it just makes the recovery period a lot harder on him, and he's just not doing well with the recovery. A lot of Jack Russells are named Jack, believe it or not. I've met many over the years. Hey, Tampa B man. How you doing, Barbara? I saw you earlier tonight. Man, I'm telling you what, if I still lived in Lakeland, I'd have been over there with you. I'd have been over there in a flash with you. So I did see, I don't know who it was. Let me go back. It is this one. Kimberly asked, what dog food? The name of it is Rancher's Choice, and it's a ranch dog food, a ranch feed. Let me find it. That's what it looks like. It's a ranch feed. I mean, you can't expect much out of a ranch brand. Or a ranch brand dog food. You can't. But here's the top 3 ingredients: ground yellow corn, wheat middlings, corn distillers, dried grains, and solubles. Does anybody know what that last one is? Corn distillers, dried grains with solubles. I give you guys a second to just guess what that might be. All right. It is a byproduct of ethanol production. In dog food. It's the leftover corn from ethanol production. I understand it still has a little bit of, nutrition. I mean, but there's not a whole lot of nutrition in corn. But it is leftover corn grains from the ethanol industry as the third ingredient. Yeah, no, I'm good. No vegetables. No fruit in this dog food. That's the actual ingredient list on that dog food. Ain't no way I'd be feeding my dog that stuff. Sorry. Oh, Lord have mercy. No way. But, you know, it's $22 for a 40-pound bag. I mean, if I was flat broke and my dog had to eat, my dog will eat. But I'm good. I mean, as it is, Mona already eats better than I do. This is actually her bag right here. Lamb, brown rice, whole ground barley, brewer's rice, dried peas, chicken fat, dried beet pulp, fish meal, flaxseed, chicken flavor, yeast culture, vitamins, the chemical compound names for all the vitamins and minerals. And then we get down a little bit further. We've got garbanzo beans, lentils, tomato, apple, kelp, carrots, sweet potatoes, blueberry, pea fiber, probiotics and prebiotics. And that's actually the rest of the list. So this is actually Mona's brand. And you can see all the dried fruits and vegetables, the actual meat products themselves, not byproduct meal. Now her food is $54.99 for a 40-pound bag. And the first ingredient is literally meat. Second ingredient is brown rice. I mean, and then Rayo Canin Bulldog formula, a 30-pound bag for $109.99. I kid you not. First two ingredients aren't even meat or meat product. Brewer's rice and oat groats. Then you get chicken byproduct meal. Then more grain. Brown rice, wheat gluten, chicken fat, pork meal, flavors, dried beet pulp, fish oil, vegetable oil, which is not good. Vegetable oil can be highly processed and a mixture of several different oils. Now you get powdered cellulose. Cellulose is basically a filler. It's basically just a simple filler. Salt, egg product, the list of the chemical compound names of all the vitamins and minerals. Then you get down trace minerals, then I don't see any other marigold extract. Some more trace minerals, taurine, green tea extract, chondroitin, which is good for hip and joint, rosemary, and citric acid. Citric acid is usually used as more of a natural type preservative, but I don't see any major list of fruits and vegetable sources in here. And that's Royal Canin. Now the picture didn't come out really clear. I missed the first line from the bag that I took the pictures from in the store, so I ended up printing this offline and compared it, and it is the exact list. And again, it's 30-pound bag for $109.99. Mona's brand is Loyal Life, is what it's called, and it's the lamb and brown rice recipe. Lamb is really good for dogs who have like the pitty and the bully breeds that have that really sleek coat. Lamb is a little bit higher in fats, and dogs like the bully breeds, Chihuahuas, boxers, that have that really sleek coat, do really well on lamb. So it's I do like to keep her on lamb or chicken. Lamb and chicken can also be a little bit gentler to the stomach, because those tend to be more what's the word I'm looking for? Digestible. Whereas beef recipes, while they're good, they can be a little bit harder on the tummy to digest. Chicken and lamb seem to be a little bit, greyhounds would be good. Those really sleek coats do really well with lamb and chicken. Lamb and chicken also tend to have a little bit higher fat, which the fat is needed for those sleek, shiny coats. So it works really well for those types of sleek coated dogs. Bully breeds are also known for having a sensitive stomach. Actually greyhounds are too. They're known for having that, sensitive stomach, easy to irritate their stomach, easy to just have, break out with diarrhea or vomiting. Also, sensitive skin, break out with rashes randomly for no reason, it seems sometimes. So you can kind of help prevent some of that by their diet. Slightly higher fat will help with some of that. What was Thunder? What kind of dog was Thunder? Was he the greyhound? Okay. I would probably lean more towards maybe a chicken recipe for a poodle. They don't seem to have the need for quite as much fat. Unless your poodle, what are you stealing now? My phone, my work phone? Okay. Unless your poodle struggles with holding weight. Poodles are meant to be a little bit more on the lean side. So sometimes you do find one that might have a little bit of an issue holding weight, or they fluctuate a little too easily. Then a higher fat might be something to look into. But maybe a chicken recipe, or yeah, poodles don't tend to have a lot of issues, so you probably be good with any flavor. I just don't see, unless you're having a hard time with them holding weight or gaining weight. You probably don't need to worry about the higher fat content with a poodle. Overall, in general, poodles, especially standard poodles, tend not to have quite as many health issues as the teacups too. We've talked about that before. So in general, you could probably get away with any flavor. But if you want to try to feed the same, if you wanted to feed the same as I don't know how to pronounce that one though. I will be upfront when I don't know how to pronounce one. If you want to feed the same, then it wouldn't matter if you wanted to try to do, I'm always a proponent of trying to address issues externally as well as internally. And a lot of times it's not just about, topically doing something for the skin. You can address a lot of issues internally and then give them time to work by addressing their diet. A lot of times these cheaper dog foods are lacking a lot of times in the added essential omegas for skin and coat that also actually are really good for hip and joint. So if we, and this kind of goes right into what Dawn is talking about, it's okay. It's okay. Because it may not always be like this. Only thing I'm going to say is monitor him for conditions. Sensitivity to his stomach. Any rashes on his skin. A lot of dogs have a hard time processing and colors and dyes, and that can actually irritate their stomach. So just keep an eye out for that. Know that's a possibility. Sometimes they will break out in stomach and digestional issues. And a lot of times it might be because they're having a hard time with the dyes in their dog food. If you find that he starts shedding excessively, use one of my other videos for some of the at-home care tips and tricks that I gave you guys. If you can't get that under control, then you may need to change his diet. Shop around. There's a ton of choices out there. I mean, I've got 3 choices right here that range from $22 to over $100. And Mona's dog food, believe it or not, is the best, just from the ingredients list. And it falls right in the middle. Also keep in mind, the better the quality of food, you won't have to feed as much. Yeah. I don't blame you. Not in the least. Not in the least. I do not blame you. And sometimes food can set off seizures as well. There might be something in the food that his body is just not tolerating very well. And unfortunately, if you read the package, there'd be a ton of words on there that you would not be able to read and know what they are. That's what the dog food industry, pet food industry, not just dog food, but cat food's the same way. Unfortunately, that's what they do. So it's not right, but that's the way it is. So, we don't make a ton of money, but I don't mind Mona having grains. Dogs do need a source of carbohydrates. And this is Blue Buffalo is it's a good dog food. Don't get me wrong. Unfortunately, what made Blue Buffalo so popular is the no grain or grain free for dogs. And what they're finding now is that there are actually some breeds that are susceptible to heart issues on a completely grain-free diet. Everybody wants to say, oh, well, dogs are descended from wolves. Yes, they are. But they descended millennia ago. Dogs have evolved since they domesticated. And they have evolved to a point where their diet is completely different than a wolf's diet, which means their needs are completely different than a wolf's diet. So it definitely, we need to take that into consideration, and different breeds have different needs. So they're finding, veterinarian scientists are finding that, and that's fine. But vegetables are not going to give you the same type of carbohydrates that grains will. It's all variants on what type of carbs they are. I don't do corn in my dog food. I will not give my dogs corn. Corn is the number one filler in dog food. It's typically one of the biggest allergens for dogs. And that's my personal opinion. I've just seen so many instances of dogs that have come off of your standard corn-based dog food and gone to a potato or a rice formula, and their skin issues maybe not have cleared up 100%, but have drastically improved. Ear issues, yeast issues, all kinds of, I've just seen, in general, a major improvement of just eliminating corn and corn byproducts out of a dog's diet when they have issues. But veterinarian scientists are finding that grain-free completely is actually not ideal for all dogs, like it has been advertised for so long. There are just some breeds that do need that little bit of carbohydrate, starch, because it was causing so many heart issues. So if you're ever concerned, always, consult your vet and see what, your dog specifically needs. If you want to try a grain-free diet, by all means. I'm not trying to keep anybody from trying that. Just know that those are some major risks. If you're going to go grain-free, have your dog under vet care regularly. and have your heart or your dog, have your vet check their heart regularly to make sure that that's not going to be an issue. So if your dog is one of those dogs, it's something that is caught early, so you can make changes that need to be made before it becomes a major issue. Because that's just something that a lot of times people don't know until it's too late to change. So that's always my thing. I'm not going to blast anybody for their choices at all. Just know that is a big risk. And you never know which dogs are going to be more susceptible than others. So if you choose to go that route, always make sure that you're working with your vet. Your vet is aware of your choice so that they can monitor for any potential issues. And your dog is monitored regularly for those issues. So if your vet, hang on, my chair is stuck. I'm trying to scoot up a little bit. Oh, there we go. So if your vet is one of those ones that, is every 3 years for vaccines, still go in yearly for a workup and a physical. And that way, they can monitor and make sure that every time you go in, he's on a grain free. So let's check. Let's monitor for any issues. I want to make sure that if he does develop, we catch it early and we can change and make modifications. So that's always, that's always just something that I try to make sure everybody's aware of. And it's a little nugget to keep in the back of your mind, because it's always best to have that nugget and be aware of it than to not know. And something like that sneaks up on you. And then you're left with, well, I wish I would have known, I would have done something different. So I do try to be, open about that. So people keep that nugget in the back of your mind and you can monitor for any issues. It's very possible, but you'll never know, honestly. There's no way and no, I'm not going to say no vet, but it's unlikely that a vet will confirm that. Hold on. I have a sneaky butt. What's up?
I don't see you.
I did see you. I did. What's up? Huh?
I don't have to say that anymore.
Why?
Because it won't fit.
Oh, it won't?
Mm-mm.
All right. We'll find something else that will. Okay?
Let's like clean a spot in the room. It's just gonna be me.
Exactly. One of my sister's dog had to have everything completely grain-free. She was highly allergic. Yeah, see, and that's the thing. So it's I never want to say you shouldn't or you should, because every dog is going to be individual. Just like Kimberly says, it depends on the dog. And that absolutely is true. It depends on the dog. That's where, you're so goofy. Hi, Kazri. I do see you, honey. I always try to just be an advocate of whatever choice you make, you're aware of what could happen, so you monitor for those issues. So it's not that I'm trying to talk anybody. Anybody want a 10-year-old?
You know I'll just find my way back home, right?
Go ahead.
But yeah.
All right, we'll find something that'll fit though. Okay.
Is there anything breakable in that box?
I don't know. I haven't checked to see if it's completely empty.
Well, yeah, should have.
Well, it fell. It was
That's good.
standing right here. Okay. All right, go away. I love you. Okay.
I'm tired.
Okay.
I'm stealing this. To go.
No, put it back in my pouch. I know.
What we put in
No. Nice try, though. I know. Bye. The MySpace. This is my cave.
Oh, Susie's cave, and I can have that.
Go snuggle with Daddy. Anybody want a 10-year-old?
No, I know where that comes.
She'll just find her way back home.
So what's the point of wasting it?
So what's the point of wasting their time?
I'll see you mac and cheese.
Oh, you can have all the mac and cheese. You stole all my popcorn.
Yeah, I'll still have a couple.
You already did.
No, I'll still there.
Child.
I was wondering,
Okay. Go upstairs. I love you, honey.
If I have any mac and cheese, I can have.
Go upstairs.
Is there any yeses?
No. Go upstairs. I love you.
I want to.
Okay, go upstairs. Ugh. Yikes. Okay. Bye, Dawn. Ay, ay, ay. I give up. I give up. So yeah, it's always based on the dog. It's some dogs will have more issues or be more sensitive than other dogs, even of the same breed. Some breeds are a little bit more susceptible. It really is just a individual, but it's always just better to be safe than sorry. Thunder's also a big Becker, and so also regular. I'm not gonna say anything because I occasionally share with Momo, so I can't say anything. Hey, Momo, what are you doing? Come here. See if I. Are you gonna come say hi to everybody? Come here. Oh. Let's see. You can say hi? You can say hi? There's the Momo. These are my Mona. Yeah, it's my Mona girl. And my girl. Yeah, it's Mama's girl. Okay, go play back on the bed. Ah. Oh, what was that? She booty bumped the desk. That was her, not me. Arlism? I know I did not say that right. I am sorry. Hello, my dear. Oh, yes. Yes. She's gorgeous. But she's got attitude. Because that was about my daughter, not my dog. She got tooed. She got tooed. Yeah, see, Barbara, my cat, we lost her a week before Thanksgiving 2 years ago. Was it 2 years ago? My goodness. And I tried keeping her on, higher, not necessarily top of the line, but a better quality. She would need it. That cat would go declawed on the front. I left her backs, but she was so destructive as a kitten. I had to get her declawed. It was horrible how destructive she was. So she was declawed on the front, and figure she was almost 20 when we lost her. So back then, that's what they did. I didn't know exactly what they did. I found out actually just a couple years after I had her done, and I swore I'd never do it again. So she would have been 20 right after Valentine's Day. So, and would not, I tried Blue Buffalo, I tried Science Diet, I tried, you name it, I tried it. If it was the good stuff, she wouldn't touch it. She would rather go hunt than to eat that stuff. Give her the dollar store, higher end, mid to higher end from the dollar store. She'd eat that. Nothing else. Your youngest grandchild is 16. Ooh. So my oldest is 14 and my youngest is 10. I'm good. And then I have Mona, who's my shadow. So yeah. See, I don't eat a whole lot of pizza. I don't eat a lot of bread usually. She usually does get my pizza crust because I don't eat it all. And I hate to waste. So I'm not going to lie. I usually share it with her. Sure do. She loves it. Thank you. Yeah, that's Mona. She is my service dog. She's my baby. She is just... she's been my sanity. She has done a lot for me in these last few months since we adopted her. So, yeah, she's my girl. She is definitely a mama's girl. Oh, yeah. See, I don't give her a lot. But I do share my pizza crust with her. I am not shy about sharing my pizza crust with her. Because like I said, I don't do pizza often. But I have no problems sharing my pizza crust with her. So, Jem, I will try to remember that, Jem. Thank you. I appreciate that. So I think I saw Liz said she was going on here shortly. So I don't want to overrun her either. I know a couple of you guys are going to head over there. Let me see. I got two computers going right now. One for school and then one for the live. Yep, she's on now, so I don't want to overrun too much. What is my favorite breed? Absolutely pit bulls. If I had to pick out one specific breed, it would be pit bulls. And the biggest reason would be because they are so misunderstood. I love all dogs, period. I love dogs. Dogs bring me a lot of comfort. They bring me a lot of joy. They bring me a lot of peace. I love dogs. All dogs. I work with some very traumatized dogs. I work with dogs that have a ton of anxiety in general. I work with a lot of dogs that have issues just all around. And even those dogs bring me comfort. I enjoy working with those dogs. I find joy in what I do. It's not just about, I mean, there is money in grooming, don't get me wrong. But for me, it's not about just that. I personally really I'll just give an example. I have a dog that I work with. It's a little schnauzer. I'll see you later, Kazri. His name is Banjo. And we don't know all of Banjo's story. Banjo would rather tear my face off than to be groomed. And that's okay. That is absolutely okay. Because we don't know his whole story. We don't know what happened to him before his mama got him. But to where we are now with him, to where I can get through his bath and I can get most of his grooming before I have to worry about him trying to bite me, that's a massive improvement. That's what I look for. When we had to talk, me and his mom had to talk a couple times ago when he came in for a visit, because he'd been getting a little bit more hi Kelly, a little bit more aggressive. And I was a bit concerned overall, not just with him being aggressive, because I can deal with that. I was concerned about what it meant and, you know, how he was doing with things mentally. I'm okay with that. If I get bit, it comes with the job. It comes with the territory. I'm not scared to be bit. That doesn't scare me. It doesn't bother me. It doesn't, you know, it doesn't stop me. For me, I'm more concerned about, why is he suddenly getting more aggressive? What is causing that? Where is it coming from? What is his mental state? And what, you know, why are we going back? Why are we taking steps back? And so we talked about it, and we talked about a couple of different options that she had. And this is why I do what I do. Because she made the comment, as long as you don't give up on him, because I don't want to take him anywhere else, because I can't trust anybody else to take as good of care of him as you do, because of the way he is. That's why I do what I do, because it's for the dogs. Because I know he wouldn't be taken care of like I take care of him somewhere else. And that's not a dig at anybody else. That's not, you know, throwing shade at any of the other shops in town. You know, that's not disrespect to anybody else in the industry. It's because I have spent the last, I can tell you exactly how long. Let me pull up Mom's profile. Hold that thought. Customers. January of 2020.
You're not even gonna ask on.
I'm on open mic, darling. My oldest. I'm on open mic.
I don't care.
Okay, but bring the volume down.
Sorry.
Okay.
Let's try it.
Yeah, you.
Yeah, because I nearly fell onto the scooter I gave her because she. You should come look at our room right now.
Oh, I already know. Hold that thought. She already told me what she was doing.
It's too.
Why don't you guys swap and you just migrate into the living room for tonight? Sounds like
I like
it's one night.
my bed. She ain't kicking me out.
Okay, we'll just migrate for a couple hours into the living room and let her do her thing.
Yeah, so I don't trip.
Exactly.
She has a death trap set. Dad can't even get out of his room.
I'm sure if he really needed to, he would.
Yeah, it's me.
Okay, bye.
I can't really even get out of his room. And it's a death trap going because she has her hamper and then her nightstand just at the bathroom doorway. We struggle to go to the bathroom.
I love you. Tell her I said to make a trail to the bathroom.
She has a trail this big.
Okay. Go away. No. You want some youngins? I will send them to you.
Wait.
I know.
Of course it does.
Okay,
You
go.
had it.
Go. I love you. Bye. When I'm done. Okay, bye.
Can you unlock my phone, please?
Okay, bye. Love you.
Love you.
Anyways, as I was saying, 3 years I've been working with him. So 3 years I've built this relationship with him.
Hot down here.
Oh,
What?
come on, they're good kids.
What?
You can have them, Kimberly.
What?
Nothing. Go away.
You ain't shipping me up to a complete stranger. They'll end up dead. Do you want me to go to jail?
No.
Yes.
Okay then.
Okay, both of you. I love you. I just unlocked your devices. Go away. I love you. Bye bye. Toodaloo-magoo.
Your neighbors end up coming to
Toodaloo-magoo.
murder.
Toodaloo-magoo. Bye bye. Go away.
They
Bye
won't
bye.
warn us.
Bye. I love you.
We're too country for them.
Goodbye. Love you.
I just
You want some kids?
I love them, but goodness gracious. No, I gave the mom look. And a firm go. But she started getting excited, so the volume started going up. And then that's why I muted the mic. The volume needed to come back down because I didn't want to blow your eardrums. So anyways, I apologize. So Banjo's been coming to me for 3 years, and it's like I said, not throwing shade to anybody else, not trying to disrespect anybody else. It's just that I've spent 3 years building this relationship with him and working him through some of his issues that, you know, I know some of his triggers. I know what sets him off. I know, you know, how I can handle him a little bit differently, you know, picking him up to where, you know, he may not bite me. If I pick him up a certain way, he probably will bite me, you know, things like that. So, you know, I enjoy what I do. I enjoy trying to figure out what causes, you know, what triggers some dogs have so that we can work them through those triggers so that maybe it's not a lifetime issue for these dogs, and we can fix some of their fears. But yeah, that's kind of where I love dogs. I love what I do. It's not always about the dogs that always are perfect and stand there perfect and are easy to film. And it's not always about all that. Sometimes I get more enjoyment out of working with a dog and bringing them from fear-based to where they are so excited to come in that when I go to clean my door at my shop, it takes me about 2 seconds to clean the inside of the door. It takes me a good 2 minutes to clean the outside of the door because there's more nose prints on the outside of the door of the dogs trying to come in than there are on the door trying to go out. That says everything I need to know. And that's the way I like it. That's the way I enjoy it. They're more excited to come in and hang out and snuggle and get loves and have a good experience. So, Jem, I do not use acupuncture simply because I am not in a semi-sterile environment. If I had a semi-sterile environment to be able to do that, that would be something that I would look more into, you know, for training purposes, you know, and schooling on that. But I am first and foremost a grooming salon. So okay. I have not, because I've always thought of, you know, the acupuncture with the needles, and that needs to be done more in a semi-sterile environment, and that is just not something I can offer because of, like I said, I'm first and foremost a dog groomer. So I like right now I'm literally covered in dog hair. So I have never even thought about it. But I'm also a certified trainer, so there's, you know, I use some of that knowledge into working with them in other aspects as well. So it's not just about grooming with me. I address other issues. I'm more about the dog overall instead of just about the way the dog looks. So it's not just about the grooming portion and you know, training for the grooming. I talk about training issues with their owners, you know, to you know, take home with them, you know, all kinds of stuff. Talk about some nutrition. So yeah, I'm dog health, canine health, all the way around. It is not just about grooming in general. It's dog health all the way around. I don't, like I said, I've never even really thought about it because I'd always thought of acupuncture with the needles, and that was just not something I could ever do as a dog groomer because you need the semi-sterile environment. I just can't offer that as a groomer. I use more of the training, you know, behavior training. So, all right. Oh my goodness, almost 2 hours. I think we're going to call it because I know Liz is live over at Liz Ferris. So I think I will definitely have to look into that. I got a couple of them I'm already kind of thinking that might help. I wish it would. Most definitely, Kim. Most definitely, Kimberly. Probably on with Chow tonight. Because we already know I don't sleep much. So we will probably definitely see everybody over there tonight. So, all right. So I'm going to say goodnight. And I will see you guys later. Thanks for hanging out with me tonight. I appreciate it. See you guys.